Greetings, President Mooney, faculty, Board of Trustees, honored guests, families, and friends, and especially all the graduates of 2018. My name's Bill Beardsley. I'll be delivering the invocation, and after the invocation, please remain standing for the national anthem sung by C.C. Telfer. And then the Franklin Pierce University alma mater sung by Kaylin De Silva, Amanda Nelson, Timothy Rivette, accompanied by Vladimir Odenik. Please be with me in a moment of silence. God of all life, mystery of all mysteries, Spirit that dwells in and beyond the boundaries of time, place, and human imagining, we gather this day mindful of the words of the Hebrew prophet Micah, who called us to do justice, seek mercy, and to walk humbly with you. We gather this day humbled for the privilege of learning, for the support of this community of families, educators, and friends, marked for the occasion and honored for our accomplishments. All of these graduates face a future fraught with fracture lines and fissures in the fabric of Commonwealth. Yet what happens in this university carries such hope for our future as these graduates are celebrated and go forth. Come, Holy of Holies, lover of all creation, make pure the intentions of our hearts as we honor our graduates. Guide well our voices and thoughts, our hopes and our lives. Embolden us for good, healthy work, and rest us in the faith in ourselves and our ongoing learning to strengthen the things that remain. May we know blessing in all our relations, gratitude in all our living, and love in all things. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Congratulations, members of the Franklin Pierce University Class of 2018, and welcome parents, spouses, children, other family members and friends, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests. My name is Steve Camerino, and on behalf of the university's Board of Trustees, I'd like to address a few remarks to the soon-to-be graduates in the audience about two things: your money and your friends. Sorry to start off so harshly. Last year, CNN news anchor Jake Tapper spoke at commencement at another school here in New Hampshire. Here's part of what he said, or at least what he would have said had he delivered his speech here at Franklin Pierce. Believe it or not, until now, crudely speaking, the academic world in which you've been safely ensconced has been all about you. Your professors, your coaches, your advisors, from community assistants to President Mooney and everyone in between, they have been focused on not only your education, but also your experience, your well-being, and your personal growth. You are about to leave a warm and nutritious womb. This incredible support system here at Franklin Pierce, experienced directors, graduate assistants, community assistants, peer leaders, the Centers for Academic Excellence, faculty advisors, counseling services, Sodexo dining services, VP of Student Affairs Jim Earl 24/7, Dean McKeever, Provost Dumont, President Mooney, almost every single person sitting behind me here on the stage, and everyone sitting in the first three rows here, hoping it won't rain today. These teams of people whose job it has been to turn you into an adult with skills and smarts and tools, caring about your happiness, your comfort, your birth control needs, whether or not you drink responsibly, whether you're doing okay, I'm sorry to say that ends today. You now have to do that for yourselves and for each other. There will be no experienced director or peer leader down the hall in your first apartment. That's not all Mr. Tapper said. That's just the part I wanted to use to make my point about your friends and your money. To be fair, I should also let you know that when he completed that little riff, he added one more thing. He also said, "I'm not saying you should be scared about what tomorrow might bring. The real world's a cool place." Having said that, I just need to pause here for 1 second. I feel compelled to say to Dana Bash behind me, who will receive an honorary degree shortly, that when I first started developing my remarks, I forgot that she was going to be here today. And Dana, when you go back to the office, if you mention to Mr. Tapper that I borrowed from him, I hope you'll assure him that I know that his speech was far more insightful than just noting that the world is a really cool place. Actually, the world is a really cool place, but that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to focus on is the part about the warm and nutritious womb and what it means to all of you, what it took to create that womb, and what it will take to ensure it's there for students at Franklin Pierce for years to come. What I'd ask you to reflect on is what an incredible gift that womb has been to you. A gift from people who have made it their life's calling to help not just people like you, but you specifically to be a healthy, happy, well-rounded adult and member of society with all the tools to succeed. Wow. That is magic if I've ever seen it. It's a marvel that there are people in our world who have that ability, and they're sitting right here with us today. Why am I focusing on that? Well, apart from simply to remind you to say thank you to every one of them that you can find in the few hours between the end of this ceremony and when you get in your car to leave campus, it's because institutions like Franklin Pierce can only exist on a sustained basis with the support of people like you, the people who graduate from here, who recognize that who they are and what they can become is a result in no small way of the effort of these amazing magicians who have dedicated their lives to the education and growth of others. To put it plainly, Franklin Pierce and the students in its future need your financial support. Now, I recognize that that's asking a lot from a group of people who have spent the last 4 years or so doing everything possible just to pay the tuition to be here. So to borrow a Humphrey Bogart line from Casablanca, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, and for the rest of your life. If you feel like you really can't give anything today, and I'm sure that's the case with many of you, what can you do? This is where your friends come in. You can stay connected. Stay connected with your classmates. Stay connected with your professors. Come back to Ringe as often as possible. Follow Franklin Pierce athletics. Participate actively in the Alumni Association. But above all, keep Franklin Pierce and the relationships you've made here in your life. Your connection to Franklin Pierce doesn't end today. It just changes from being inside the womb to helping sustain it and expand it to envelop and nourish those who come after you. Colleges and universities are exactly what they're talking about when they say, pay it forward. If you're thankful for all that these amazing magicians in the first 3 rows have done for you in the last 4 years, pay it forward. First, by continuing to be a part of the Franklin Pierce community, and second, by giving what you can, even if you need to start small, even if it's very small. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life. You won't regret it. Thank you, and congratulations, Franklin Pierce University Class of 2018, from all of us who consider ourselves part of your womb.
Good morning, and welcome to the main campus of Franklin Pierce University. I am Kim Mooney, president of Franklin Pierce and graduate of the class of 1983. Chairman Chiamarino, members of the Board of Trustees, Provost Dumond, our academic deans, our distinguished recipients of honorary degrees and the Peterson Award, the dedicated Franklin Pierce University faculty and staff, family members, friends, and Franklin Pierce alumni, thank you all for joining us today to gather as a community in celebration of the class of 2018. And of course, the class of 2018, congratulations. Congratulations on your accomplishments throughout your education at Franklin Pierce and on earning your degrees. Today, you are about to take another significant step, because as you walk across the stage this morning, you will join me as a proud alum of Franklin Pierce, and you will join the ranks of the class of 1968 who walked across this stage 50 years ago. So let us together extend the warmest of welcomes to the representative of the Franklin Pierce class of 1968, and we have a representative from the class of 1966. They're here today to celebrate with you. Over here. In fact, I would like to ask all Franklin Pierce alumni present today to stand for a moment to be acknowledged. We are Raven Nation. Ravens, you know that in nature, the ravens are widely considered to be among the smartest of all birds. They are known to be empathetic, adaptable, cooperative, and playful. And these attributes capture the essence of Franklin Pierce ravens. Empathetic, like our New Hampshire physical therapy students who donned their doctoral hoods yesterday for the first time. As a class, they're known for their adventurous spirit and unifying common goal to embark on careers that improve the human experience through their physical therapy practices. Empathetic, like our cohesive class of physician assistants, known for their especially caring and compassionate approach to acquiring the art and science of medicine. Franklin Pierce Ravens are adaptable, like all of our master's and undergraduate professional studies students who have families, jobs, and competing daily commitments, and they still manage to balance these demands in addition to the rigors of their Franklin Pierce courses. Some of those students have driven across the country or traveled from afar to join us today for the first time, and so we welcome them to New Hampshire. And we applaud all of them in terms of their motivation and success. And Franklin Pierce Ravens are cooperative and playful, like our largest student cohort gathered here today, the undergraduates from the Ringe campus. From your very first days on campus 4 years ago, you have remained an engaged and close-knit class of strong, enthusiastic, and supportive leaders. You are such an impressive group, and we will miss you every day. So all of you, doctoral students, masters, bachelor's, and associate's graduates, as a university community, we celebrate having had the privilege to educate you and indeed learn from you. So let us also thank your families and friends gathered today for all that they have contributed to your success as well. Thank you, family and friends. Now, we have two valedictorian speakers for the class of 2018. The first speaker will be Joshua Mercer, the valedictorian for professional studies. Joshua has been a student at Franklin Pierce since 2014, taking classes through our online program. He is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in management. The second speaker will be Eric Conti, the valedictorian for the college at Ringe. Eric is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology with a minor in chemistry. Would Joshua Mercer please come forward?
I promise I'll be quick. Eric will be up here in just a second. President Mooney, Provost Dumont, deans, honored guests, members of the board, members of the faculty, parents, friends, fellow graduates. It is a great honor to be here representing the class of 2018. We have all worked very hard to be here, and this is an accomplishment that should be met with a great deal of pride. Many of us here today, including myself, have balanced our schoolwork while working full-time in addition to balancing time with our families. Last August, my wife and I welcomed our beautiful daughter Ruby into the world. The importance of support from our friends and families cannot be understated. This is a milestone that we have all truly reached together. So thank you to all the wives, husbands, moms, dads, sons and daughters who have shared this difficult and rewarding journey alongside us. And thank you to my wife and daughter for inspiring me to be the best person and student that I could be. On behalf of the class of 2018, I would also like to thank our professors and advisors for their continued support throughout this process. The relationships that we have built have strengthened our ability to work together towards a common goal. So today we all celebrate together. While we may not truly understand the worth of our education at this moment or even in the near future, I can attest that it is an experience of immeasurable value that will serve as a cornerstone of your character throughout your careers and throughout your lives. I urge you to use your education to be vehicles of positive change with your families and your friends, in your careers, in your communities, in our country, and in our world. Now more than ever calls for a new age of positivity, generosity, empathy, understanding, and kindness. And a little sunshine wouldn't hurt either. Be absorbent of everything around you. Have more questions than answers. Be careful not to take a narrow focus on what is only straight ahead. Widen your lens. Learn to view the world from different perspectives. You never know when or where an opportunity will present itself. Be inclusive. Instead of searching out differences in your relationships with others, work to identify common ground on which to build. Continue to be students, as there is always so much to learn, but be teachers too. Teach your children, your friends, your family. Teach complete strangers. Teach them to be positive leaders and instruments of change. Share your education with others. For if you can learn to be selfless, lead by example, and remember that true leaders are what make other leaders, you will find that is the true value of education. Above all, seek out happiness and realize that it is not one-dimensional. Happiness is a living concept that will evolve throughout your life. Your goals may change, but always seek out purpose and always seek to improve. Chase your dreams and understand that while your dreams may change, your experiences will deliver an undeniable truth. You can make an impact for what you choose to do and who you choose to be. And so once again, I implore you to be instruments of positivity, do well, be honorable, charitable, and be good. Good luck, congratulations, and now, my friend Eric.
President Mooney, honored guests, members of the board, faculty, parents, friends, and fellow graduates. Oh, and Mom. Hi, Mom. I'm very honored to be standing here before you today. I'm sure a lot of you who don't know me are thinking, how did this guy with a mop on his head become the class valedictorian? Your guess is as good as mine. I'd like to begin by congratulating my fellow classmates on making it this far. It seems like only yesterday we were all newly entering first-year students eager to dive into our college careers. For me, I think back to my first few days here at Pierce, where I had already felt like I belonged here thanks to all the great people I met in my peer group. Back then, I never would have thought I'd be spending the next few years of my life with one of them, who also happens to share a name with a big red dog. I'm talking about you, Clifford. I think many of us realize now that our parents weren't lying when they told us these would be some of the fastest 4 years of our lives. Here we stand today with a considerable amount of acquired knowledge compared to when we first arrived here, whether it be knowledge of marketing, business, the criminal justice, or perhaps an expertise in drawing hexagons for those of us unfortunate enough to have taken organic chemistry. But beyond all that we have learned pertaining to our specific majors and career paths, I think it's safe to say each and every one of us has changed and evolved in terms of ourselves, something I had never given much thought to before coming to college. So I decided to focus this speech, which I should let you know, like a lot of other things in college I did the night before, on how our campus here in what I like to refer to as the middle of nowhere Ringe has come to affect my life, something I hope that each and every one of you can relate to. Coming to Franklin Pierce University has stood to be one of the best decisions I've made in my life. What exactly makes our campus here so special? Well, it's quite obvious we don't go to a 10,000 plus student campus. If anything, our small number here at Franklin Pierce has certainly contributed to how unique and special our campus is. Although I never did find myself visiting another school during my time here, I'm sure that no other campus is quite as close-knit as ours. Throughout my time here, I've sensed this overwhelming feeling of belonging at Franklin Pierce. No matter where I was on campus, I knew someone, not just who they were by name, but what it was about them that made them who they were. I think we can all relate to this to some extent, as I feel like I know almost each and every one of you, which has certainly made delivering this speech a lot easier on my part. Whenever I meet friends of other students who are visiting the campus, I almost always hear them say something along the lines of, "How does everybody here know each other?" It's statements like these that are testament to how close we are as a class and how close we have become as our family here at our home away from home. Not only is our student body here so accepting and considerate of others, but so is our faculty and staff. It's quite rare for students on a college campus to have professors that not only know them by their name, but also their personal lives and who they are outside the classroom. Perhaps it's due to our small campus, but I think it goes deeper than that, in that all of our professors and staff here are a step above the rest. Each of them take pride and passion in what they do, and in turn care deeply about us as students and our well-being. It's no question that each of us has also had somewhere we'd fit in on campus, whether it be a sports team, club, intramural sports, community service, or even some of the jobs here on campus. Each one of us has had a chance to find our calling in the friends we will remember and cherish for the rest of our lives. As we prepare to depart what has become our home for the last 4 years, it's important for each and every one of us to not only remember all of the education that we've acquired here, but also the life lessons that we have learned. Sorry, my mouth's a little dry. Each of you has had a profound impact on someone else's life. In my case, my friends, colleagues, and even the faculty of staff here have been there for me at every moment during my time here. Whether it was the ups or the downs, all of you were there to help keep me up or to help bring me back up while I was down. I only hope that I was able to do the same for you. I also hope that each of you are able to affect the lives of others you meet throughout your future endeavors, the same way you affected mine. Now that it's our chance to finally depart into the real world, it's up to us to make the changes that we want to see to help the world advance towards being a better place. I can't think of anyone better suited for this task than the class of 2018. For many of us, today is a sad day as we leave what we've become so used to these past years. For others, today is a happy day as we finally have done what we once thought was impossible, and the opportunities only increase from here on out. However, I think the majority of us, myself included, consider today one of those classic bittersweet moments, as we are sad to leave what we love, but we are excited for the future. I'd like to wrap things up by thanking each and every one of you, beginning with a couple of specific thank yous. Unfortunately, I did run into the problem of having too many friends to mention in this speech, so I've decided to keep it short with just my roommates. Please don't take offense if I don't call your name. Cliff, thanks for putting up with all my BS the past couple of years, and no, that doesn't stand for Bachelor of Science. Lewis, thank you for doing everything with me when I'm bored and joining me in nights procrastinating. Chris, thank you for all of the great life advice you give me and always being there for me. Benjamin, thank you for being one of my biggest supporters. And Babs, thanks for not killing me that time you let me ride on the back of your motorcycle. I'd also like to thank a few professors here who have had a profound impact on my career. My advisor, Dr. Bennett, Dr. Aruda, and Dr. V, who I'm sorry, after a couple of years here, I still can't pronounce your last name. And I also got to thank Dr. McGillicuddy's for helping me out on those Saturday nights. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my parents, especially my biggest supporter, my mom, who, despite a nasty battle with breast cancer this year, has still been there for me every second. Thank you. Moving to a more general level. To all the faculty and staff, thank you for all you have done to push us to succeed. To all of the parents, family, and friends here today, thank you for supporting us through those hard times, and also for getting us to go to college in the first place. And finally, to all my fellow students and graduates, thank you for being the selfless, kind-hearted, and generous friends I've come to know these past 4 years. Most importantly, thank you all for making these the best 4 years of my life. Although the dictionary definition of a valedictory, the speech I'm delivering right now, is a farewell address, I would instead like to leave my parting words to all of you as see you later rather than farewell, as this is only the beginning of our lifelong friendships. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh and Eric. The practice of universities awarding honorary degrees dates to the Middle Ages as a way to honor an individual with the most prestigious recognition, the academic degree. Academic institutions typically suspend the requirements for a degree, usually at the doctoral level, as a way to honor individuals for noble service to their professions or to others. Would Trustee B.J. Cooper please come forward? Would Provost Dumond and Ms. Dana Bash please come forward?
Dana Bash, journalist, political analyst, communicator. Dana Bash's outstanding work as a political analyst and CNN's chief political correspondent has played an integral role in informing the public from presidential campaigns to breaking news from Capitol Hill. Based in Washington, D.C., Dana serves as the network's lead reporter, covering both the U.S. House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate. Bash was the primary reporter covering the 2016 field of Republican presidential candidates, and also continues to regularly serve as a moderator for CNN's political town hall specials. Over the years, Ms. Bash's efforts as a reporter to provide up-to-date information on breaking news stories as well as unbiased analysis have been a profound and lasting service to the national community and the world. In 2002, she broke the story of the government's secret intercepts of al-Qaeda translations the day before 9/11, for which she received her first ever Everett McKinley Dirksen for Distinguished Reporting of Congress Award from the National Press Foundation. She received her unprecedented third Dirksen Award in 2012 for reporting that led to Congress closing the loophole allowing insider trading by congressional family members. Dana graduated cum laude with her bachelor's degree in political communications from George Washington University and has continued to make her mark on Washington, D.C. ever since. From Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's 11-hour testimony before the House Select Committee on Benghazi to sit-down interviews with everyone from Donald Trump to Bernie Sanders, Dana Bash has remained at the forefront of America's passion for news. Dana's colleague Wolf Blitzer said, quote, "I've worked with Dana for many years and she's amazing. She's a dedicated journalist in the very best sense. She's always committed to getting the story right. She's fair and responsible and so hardworking. Everyone at CNN is grateful for her work. More importantly, our viewers are grateful Based on what I hear from them all the time, I can say they love Dana. Beyond all of this, she is a wonderful person and such a good friend. I think I speak for everyone at CNN when I say she's simply the best. MSNBC anchor Nicole Wallace said, quote, "The honor and integrity that Dana brings to her reporting on some of the most sensitive and polarizing debates in recent political history puts her in a league of her own. The high regard in which literally everyone holds Dana speaks to more than her professionalism and intellect. It speaks to her humanity. Dana is a generous friend, a devoted mom, and one of the hardest working and best sourced journalists in Washington." And finally, New Hampshire Senator Jeanne Shaheen said Dana Bash is one of the premier political journalists of our time. She has reported on some of our nation's most historic events, from political campaigns to Capitol Hill to the White House and beyond. She has been at the epicenter of significant moments in American history and has fought to include viewers every step of the way. I applaud her diligence and hard work that have helped shape the American newsroom, and I offer her my most sincere congratulations on her honorary degree from Franklin Pierce. Whereas Dana Bash is a leading light in the world of national journalism, whereas she has shown outstanding diligence and adherence to the truth in her reporting, and whereas she inspires the admiration and trust in the hearts of her viewers, Franklin Pierce University is proud to confer upon her the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Wow. Thank you, BJ. That was amazing. I really appreciate that. Chair of the Board of Trustees, Steve Camerino, the trustees, President Mooney, Provost Dumond, faculty, staff, family, friends, mom and dad, and of course the class of 2018. It feels a little odd to be here in New Hampshire and not be chasing around presidential candidates. When we crossed into the Granite State yesterday, I had almost a Pavlovian urge to ask random people why they want to be president. I've covered 6 New Hampshire primaries for CNN as a producer and as a correspondent. In fact, next month, I'm going to celebrate my 25th year at CNN. Thank you. It does feel some days like I have been there since the Franklin Pierce administration. But I actually started at the same age, about the same age many of you are now. Back then, there were very few cell phones, which is hard to imagine. There was no Twitter, which is easier to imagine. And if I could give my graduating self some advice, here's what I would say. Love what you do. First, because you're going to spend a lot of time doing it, so you should really try to enjoy it. But second, because you love it, the more likely it will be for you to succeed, because you're going to want to engage and excel. I started out my career at CNN in the tape library, literally shelving and organizing videotapes. Now, I should tell you that neither videotapes nor the library exists today. But I firmly believe that I was able to work my way up because I really enjoyed it. I saw everything that I was doing as an opportunity to learn. But I also had to learn to be patient, which can be difficult if you're ambitious or if you're a millennial. As Wolf Blitzer likes to say to young people at CNN, crawl before you walk, walk before you run. I learned that and much more from mentors I have had along the way, like Chris Black, who is here today. She was a CNN congressional correspondent, and I was her producer back in the early 2000s. And I watched her, as I did others, in order to learn the tradecraft of journalism. Mentors are so important. Seek them out, learn from them, get advice. It is invaluable. Now, I said ambition before. Ambition is a good thing. Being calculating, overly so, is not. because life and work, they take you in directions that you don't expect. Be open to that. Most of the time, it could actually land you someplace better than you expected. You all have tools to change the world, but the way to change the world is to change lives. It's easy to become desensitized these days, to become coarse. I urge you, try to avoid that temptation. This point was made by a very wise woman, someone who passed away last month, Barbara Pierce Bush, a fourth cousin 4 times removed from President Franklin Pierce. She said this: "Never lose sight of the fact that the most important yardstick of your success will be how you treat other people, your family, friends, and coworkers, and even strangers you meet along the way." I think it's a fitting reminder and a worthy guide as you all begin an adventure that I hope will lead you to both success and happiness. Congratulations.
Would Vice President Sandra Quay please come forward? Would Provost Dumond and Mr. Susheel Aul please come forward?
Susheel Aul, businessman, entrepreneur, mentor. President, Chairman, and CEO of Leader Bank, Susheel Aul has been one of the leading figures in lending and banking in Massachusetts for 30 years. Starting out as a teller with an entrepreneurial spirit, he launched the Leader Mortgage Company in 1986. Since founding Leader Bank in 2002, Mr. Aul guided the institution to become one of the top community banks in the country, with well over 250 employees across 7 branches and more than $1 billion in assets. As a business leader, education partner, and engaged citizen, Mr. Aul has made a recognized positive impact on his New England community. Under Mr. Aul's leadership, Leader Bank has received both a 5-star superior rating from Bauer Financial in every quarter since 2010 and an A or excellent rating from Weiss Ratings. In 2013, Banker and Tradesman named Mr. Aul as a community bank hero, and in 2015, the Boston Business Journal named Mr. Aul a leader in diversity. Mr. Aul also recently received a Lifetime Achievement Award from Thai Boston for his work mentoring and supporting entrepreneurs and small businesses. Mr. Aul's leadership extends far beyond his work with Leader Bank. He is currently serving as a member of the Advisory Council for the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston's Community Depository Institution and has been appointed to the Board of Directors of the Massachusetts Housing Finance Agency and the Massachusetts Growth Capital Corporation. Mr. Aul also recently served on the Massachusetts Home Ownership Advisory Committee and Fannie Mae's Affordable Housing Advisory Council. Mr. Aul received a Master's of Public Administration in 1975 from Punjab University in India and graduated from the Harvard Business School's Owner, President, and Management Program in 2010. Nitin Araya, Dean of the Harvard Business School and a longtime friend of Mr. Aul's, had this to say about his friend's character. What makes Susheel unique is that he had the will and the entrepreneurial drive to make his dream a reality. Throughout his journey, Susheel has stayed true to his values of putting his customers first by always being approachable. Put simply, if you meet Susheel, you are immediately drawn to him by his friendliness and self-effacing modesty. You would never know he was the founder of a very successful bank. I most admire Mr. Aul's extraordinary commitment to try and make the world around him better, said Neil Schering, a friend and attorney at Dagoyanis and Schering, a Massachusetts-based firm. Whether it is his family, his community, or his business, he embraces each and every challenge before him with genuine enthusiasm, determination, and focus. The result is that the lives and communities touched by Mr. Aul are provided the opportunity to become better and succeed. Michael Fallon, former chairman of Franklin Pierce University's Board of Trustees, said, "When I first spoke with Susheel, I was prepared to have a discussion with a banker about the university's asset base, its revenues, expenses, and cash flows. However, what impressed me the most about Susheel was the way that we quickly moved beyond those matters and turned our conversation to his sincere and very human interest in the university's mission, its students, and his passion, recognition of the importance of education in our free society. I have had many dealings with bankers and investors in my career, but very few with men or women whose humanity was the equal of their business acumen. I am happy and honored to count Susheel Aul among those notable few. Whereas Susheel Aul is a leader in the business world, whereas he has shown great community-mindedness in his lending and banking practices, and whereas he has been an exemplar of generosity that inspires others, Franklin Pierce University is proud to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Thank you so much, Sandra. President Mooney, Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, faculty, family, my family members who have come today, and my co-workers from Leader Bank, and of course, the class of 2018. I want to express my gratitude to the nomination committee who nominated my name to receive this degree to the Board of Trustees. And thanks to the Board of Trustees for selecting me. For me, it's serendipity all the way. When I visited Franklin Pierce University about 5 years ago, and I was so impressed to see the excitement among the trustees, faculty, and the students. And today, I'm honored to receive this degree. I want to congratulate you all for graduating today. It's the result of hard work that you have done over last several years. And congratulations. You are embarking on a new journey. And I want to share my journey with you. So when I came from a small village in Punjab, India, to this land of opportunities, I never thought I'll be standing here addressing you all today. I came here with a dream, and I fulfilled my dream in 2002 when I opened Leader Bank with $6.5 million capital and only 7 employees. Today, Leader Bank is $1.3 billion bank with about 250 employees. And I opened Leader Bank at a time when the small community banks were being taken over by big financial institutions. And a lot of people discouraged me and they said, this is not the right time, you won't succeed. But I was very confident about my ability that the venture I will start, I'll make it successful. So I did it. What I want to say to you is, I want to give you 2 quick advices. One is that go out of your way to thank your parents, your teachers, and the people who believed in you to get you to this point. These are the people who nurtured you, they believed in you, and be thankful to them. And the other thing I want to advise is, don't take the world as it is. Think about the world, what it could be. Be the leader, be the change maker. Act now. This is the time. And the last thing I want to tell you is, try to be a leader, not a follower. When you are a leader, there is less competition. Again, congratulations, thank you. It's a great honor for me to be among you all. Thank you.
Would Professor Joshua Cleland please come forward? Would Chair of the Board of Trustees, Stephen Camerino, and Mr. Tom Raffio please come forward?
Tom Raffio, civic champion, business leader, health advocate. A recognized New Hampshire business leader, Tom Raffio is president and CEO of Northeast Delta Dental, the Concord-based company administering dental benefits for more than 858,000 people in Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. Under his leadership, Delta Dental has been named one of the best companies to work for in New Hampshire and one of the 25 best small companies to work for in America, among many other awards. Today, Mr. Raffio is being recognized with the Honorable Walter R. Peterson Citizen Leader Award, named for New Hampshire's distinguished 72nd governor and second president of Franklin Pierce University, a role he loved for 2 decades. This award is given in recognition of an individual who demonstrates select attributes for which Walter R. Peterson was known, including personality, extraordinary commitment to public service, selfless contributions to higher education, a sense of humor, and high moral character. Mr. Raffio is a graduate of Harvard University, has an MBA from Babson College, and is a fellow of the Life Management Institute. An engaged civic leader, he is the chair of the Leadership Advisory Council and a member of numerous other boards, including the New Hampshire Coalition for Business and Education and New Hampshire Scholars Leadership Board. He has been a campaign chair for the United Way of Merrimack County and a member of the New Hampshire Food Bank's fundraising committee, among other community service positions. Several organizations have recognized Mr. Raffio for providing outstanding leadership to his company and the community. The Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives and Business New Hampshire magazine named him the Business Leader in 2004 and the Business Leader of the Decade in 2010, among other honors. The Greater Concord Chamber of Commerce named him Outstanding Citizen of the Year, and former Governor John Lynch proclaimed November 16th, 2009 as Tom Raffio Day. Dave Cowens, Basketball Hall of Famer and co-author with Mr. Raffio of There Are No Do-Overs, the big red factors for sustaining a business long-term, said of his colleague, Tom is an honorable man and true to his word, while treating all others as equally important to the overall success of the business. He obviously exhibits great leadership traits that set him apart from many others with similar responsibilities. But his innate kindness and sensibility are human qualities that make Tom an exceptional leader. In a society that seems in a race to the cheapest bottom line, Tom is a voice for quality, thoroughness, attention to detail, heart-centered leadership, and wellness, said Katie Benway-Yerkes, board chair for Delta Dental Plan of New Hampshire. He's proof that what might seem like a collection of competing interests can, in fact, align in beautiful, poetic ways that leave communities better, humans more healthy and whole, and businesses supported and thriving. What I admire most about Tom Raffio is his integrity, his boundless enthusiasm, and his ability to get things done, said Dr. Susheel Aul Dupree, who served as the mayor of Manchester and knew Governor Peterson well. Tom embraces change and is not afraid of it. Rather, he runs towards it, confident that he and his team can shape that change for the good of all. Tom's the ideal person to represent the values of Governor Peterson: integrity, courage, and conviction. He always leaves an organization better than he found it. Whereas Tom Raffio has served the boards of several nonprofit community organizations, including those affecting business, education, and service. Whereas he leads the business community in directions of quality, wellness, and strong leadership. And whereas he does all this with humility, professionalism, and a sense of humor. Franklin Pierce University is proud to confer upon him the Honorable Walter R. Peterson Citizen Leader Award.
I am delighted to bestow upon Tom Raffio, with great honor and respect, the 2018 Honorable Walter R. Peterson Citizen Leader Award.
Well, Eric, you want to know why another guy with a mop on his head is here? I'm about to tell you, and I also know that it's raining and I'm standing before the folks getting their degrees, so I will be extremely brief. But, all right. My wife's over there said if I said that, I would get an applause. She was right. So, to President Mooney, and again, thank you, Josh, for that wonderful proclamation. To President Mooney, Franklin Pierce students, faculty, families, and friends, thank you for truly inviting me here today. I can't express how honored I am to receive the Peterson Citizen Award, because this former New Hampshire governor and Franklin Pierce College was someone I admired and I really got to know when I moved to New Hampshire in 1995. I didn't realize this was going to be the perfect state for me. He was a true gentleman who looked for the best in people. He had a sense of humor, and don't you think we need more of that these days? Integrity, was an outstanding public servant, and had the most organized vision for the future of New Hampshire and what is important to us. I had the honor of doing dinner with his wife last night, and I learned even more incredible things about Walter. And Dorothy, in her own right, is unbelievable. Congratulations to Donna and Susheel for being selected as honorary degree candidates in recognition of their impressive achievements, as you just heard, and I've gotten to know them the last couple days. Now, to all of you graduating students, please accept my heartfelt congratulations on your accomplishments. I congratulate you all for the hard work, which has been referenced, and sacrifice that has culminated in the completion of your degree programs. I'm really honored to be here today. Education is the key to life. As already been noted by Steve and others, we should also thank, and President Mooney, we should also thank family members who supported your academic journey. And Susheel mentioned that as well. We all know that family members make sacrifices as well. Seeing so many of you here with smiles on your faces, and I saw that during the campus the last couple days, makes me feel very inspired and confident in not only New Hampshire's future, but in our nation's future. And also, the smiles brought a big joy to my face as well, because that means you were using your parents' Delta Dental insurance card. Love it. Very good. The mouth is part of the body. It's traditional at commencements for speakers to offer young folks advice on your next steps after leaving college. But I'd like to urge you to think farther ahead. I'd like to urge you to think about your destination, where you want to end up, or put another way, how you want to be remembered. The famous baseball philosopher Yogi Berra once said, if you don't know where you were going, you might end up somewhere else. Now, Yogi, of course, was known for oxymorons and yogiisms, but he actually was very smart and had an incredible amount of baseball championships, both as a player and as a manager. So what do I mean when I say your destinations? Perhaps telling my little story will clarify. As I look at my career, I can honestly say I never expected to receive an award like the prestigious Peterson Award, or to lead a great organization such as Northeast Delta Dental, represented, and he's still there even though it's raining, but my great colleague of 42 years, Bill Imbrukas. Give everybody a wave. We have some great employees. But I didn't set out to be recognized. So what was my destination when I was in your shoes? What were my goals? First, I always wanted to make others' lives better. No business can succeed if our employees are not happy, because unhappy employees create unhappy customers. Since becoming the leader of Northeast Delta Dental, I've tried to focus on enriching and improving the lives of our employees through professional opportunities and encouragement of lifelong learning and community involvement. And I'm happy to say this has produced an extraordinary, loyal, and self-actualizing employee colleague base such as Bill. As been noted, we've been voted one of the 10 best companies to work for in New Hampshire for so many years. We're now in the Hall of Fame. Second, as Josh mentioned, I've always wanted to be healthy. And that's why I've skied, where you have to focus, exercise, and run throughout my life. This has had the added advantage of helping me relax, laugh, and enjoy life, as been mentioned by Josh, and focus on what's important to me and those around me, such as my lovely wife, Ellen, who's also sitting through the rain. Where are you, Ellen? There you go. Thank you. Taking care of myself has given me energy to serve. And I've also recently got into mindfulness, which has also helped. Thirdly, I wanted to be a role model, and this is what I've tried to do, what's known as being a servant leader. Max Dupree promoted this concept in his outstanding book called Leadership is an Art, which I recommend to you. His thoughts have had a huge impact on me. He says that the first responsibility of a leader is to define the purpose of the organization. The last responsibility is to say thank you. And in between, the best leaders are servants of their team members. They inspire trust and loyalty because they consistently work to encourage, support, and motivate them. Servant leaders aren't showy. Instead, they are humble and act as guides and advocate and give back to the community. Reflecting back on Walter Peterson's life, I realized he did all of those things. He was a true servant leader to New Hampshire as governor and Franklin Pierce as its president. I'm honored to follow his great example. And by the way, studies have shown that people who have strong community connections, which Steve referenced, experience more life satisfaction and live longer, and Walter was a prime example. Today is all about new beginnings. These are commencement exercises. But over the months and years ahead, I urge you to think about your destinations. Having a lot of money or power has been shown again and again not to bring you true happiness. So ask yourselves what you want your legacy to be. What brings you joy? Ask yourselves what you need to accomplish so you'll be able to look back on your life and career and say that you got where you really wanted to be. Yogi Berra was indeed wise when he said, if you don't know where you're going, you might end up someone else. Thank you again, President Mooney, for this wonderful recognition. And again, congratulations to all the graduates and your families. This is your day. Congratulations.
Will the candidates for the Doctor of Physical Therapy will please rise? President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by their faculty to be awarded the appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Physical Therapy with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
The names of the graduates will be read by Professor of Physical Therapy Ann Coventry.
Angelo Hamdi Abdelatif. Brendan Michael Akins. Lauren Marie Anderson. Luis Barva. Charlotte R. Black. Sarah Nicole Brenner. Jake Thomas Bracolo. Stephen Richard Brust. Casey Isabel Bryson. Christopher S. Chapman. Erin Michelle Donlin. Laura Elizabeth Dowdy. Brian J. Feng. Marina Garkavi. Jeremy William Hagedorn. Evan D. Healy. Kelsey Hopper. Connor Ross Hyde. His mother, Melissa Stearns, Associate Professor, Technical Services Librarian, will present his diploma. Tracy Marie Keene. Rachel Kelly Martin. Renee Elizabeth Leiby. Joseph David McNichol. Harvey James Manano. Alex Christopher Mora. Mitchell Wayne Mosdell. Christine Michelle Knapp. Haley Paige Perrin. Alexander Perot. Ashlyn Rockwell. Daniel James Renz. Dylan George Sauer. Leah Scheckman. Molly Rose Up.
And now, from the College of Graduate and Professional Studies, the candidates for the Master of Physical Assistant Studies will please rise. The candidates for the Master of Science in Nursing will please rise. The candidates for the Master of Education will please rise. President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you master's degrees with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Michael Patrick Gaffney. Charlotte I. Marks. Amanda Dawn Abbas. Erica L. Bergeron. Lisa Rose Chico. Lisa Ann Davenport. Allison J. Dwyer. Shelley M. Coddington Kaiser. Stephanie Ruth Lucino. Corinne Sear Pryor. Amy Marie Reed. Stephanie Noel Wheeler. Robert S. Andriozzi. Christine Victoria Belanger. Elizabeth M. Egbert. Lindsay D. Hurley. April Bessie Marie Putnam. Karen Elizabeth Song. Michael Edward Torgerson. Randall Wright.
And now, from the College of Business, the candidates for the Masters of Business Administration will please rise. President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you candidates who have successfully completed curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you master's degrees with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Bianca Ethebaran Pecco. Timothy J. Armstrong. Haley Rose Arnold. Camille Marie Caliendo. Hongda Chen. Austin Cole Christopher. Nicole Dale. Alexandra Leonora Fisher. Shiloh M. Flint. Colton Ham. Bradford E. Hibbard. Julia Vincent Ladd. Alyssa M. Lambert. Frank William Loto. Catherine McBride. Francesca Stephanie Miranda. Agnieszka Michkowska. Brenna Nicole O'Neill. Scott Odua Osatili. Christina Marie Payton. David John Stiles. Stephanie Sue Thompson. James Norman Willett.
The candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree will please rise. President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
The names of the graduates will be read by Professor of Biology and Environmental Science, Jacques Villa.
Anthony Adario, magna cum laude. John Francis Ainsley IV, summa cum laude. Yes! John Anthony Amendola III, summa cum laude. Thomas Michael Arisco, magna cum laude. Taylor Ann Basclupo, magna cum laude. Julia A. Barcelo, magna cum laude. Philip Ryan Becerra. Carrie Ann Bemis. Liza Marie Bernardi. Aubrey Linda Bianco, magna cum laude. Elijah Munjai Bibiu, cum laude. Dominique Joe Bisaccia, cum laude. Stephanie Bisbane. Nicole Elizabeth Renee Blair. Nicholas P. Bonasaro. Zachary Budria, magna cum laude. Brianna Bride. Adam T. Bryson, magna cum laude. Robin L. Buckley, magna cum laude. Peter J. Bushnak, cum laude. Christian J. Cabreja. Hamish William Cadigan, magna cum laude. Carly Ellen Canavan, summa cum laude. John David Carney. Madison Marie Carr. Bradley Chapdelaine, cum laude. Adam Stephen Chase, cum laude. Jenna Marie Chivelli. Liam Dean Christian, summa cum laude. Justin S. Christophers, magna cum laude. Amanda Marie Cersei, cum laude. Jean Rita E. Colantoni. Dustin M. Cole. Jonathan Alexander Comtois, cum laude. Eric Ryan Conti, summa cum laude. Abigail Elizabeth Cook, magna cum laude. Christopher M. Cotta. Haley Ann Craig. Gina Marie Danelli, summa cum laude. Jessica Taylor Davies, magna cum laude. Natalie Davies. Taylor M. DeForge, summa cum laude. Allison Laurel Denny, magna cum laude. Rachel Marie DeRusso, magna cum laude. Brittany Sarah Devlin. Nikea Shaunalay Diaz, magna cum laude. Clifford R. Doran, summa cum laude. Jonathan W. Donnell. Michael Dolan. Eugene Francis Dorney Jr., magna cum laude. Marlene Duarte Canella, cum laude. John Wayne Ferns III, magna cum laude. Richard Anthony Finnegan Jr., summa cum laude. Sharon Ann Fredette. Christopher Fucillo, cum laude. Christopher Gallant. Jessica Lynn Gifford. Ethan T. Glynn, cum laude. Regina Godino. Jarlyn Gomez, cum laude. Adam W. Goss, magna cum laude. Martin John Gradigan IV, magna cum laude. Danielle Emily Harris, magna cum laude. Sarah Beverly Hart, summa cum laude. William Antimo Hart. Jonathan Edward Juan, magna cum laude. Tiffany A. Hogan, magna cum laude. Brittany M. Hovan, cum laude. Bridget Marie Hughes, magna cum laude. Farid A. Ilipiju. Nicholas H. Jakes, cum laude. Colleen M. Kelly, summa cum laude. Connie Anna Maria Kelly. Lisa J. King. Christopher R. Knight. Nicholas E. Cozell. Ainsley Brooke Krikorian, magna cum laude. Melissa Louise Lemereau, magna cum laude. Benjamin C. Lasau, cum laude. Taylor Lawrence. Harley Deanne Labarge, cum laude. Michelle L. Latier, summa cum laude. Brian Matthew Lewis Jr., summa cum laude. Jordan Liang, cum laude. Lolami Lola Charles. Nadine P. Lunt. Dylan Seth Love, cum laude. Amy Malbouf, magna cum laude. Thomas Hilton Malone. Blake Edward Manginel. Evan M. Merrick, cum laude. Sydney Margaret May, magna cum laude. Kelsey Lynn Mayo, summa cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth McCarthy. Michael O'Brien McDevitt, cum laude. Grant Michael Mello. Jose Enrique Mello Jr. Joshua M. A. Mercer, summa cum laude. Ingrid Vanessa Monzon, cum laude. Peter Morshead, cum laude. Camden Leah Morrison, cum laude. Madison Virginia Murray. Megan E. Nalen, cum laude. Amanda Angela Nelson. Nicholas Michael Nelson. Stephen Joshua Octave. Jennifer Ort. Nicholas Oliveira, magna cum laude. Jillian Gail Ostrander, magna cum laude. Louis James Palumbo, magna cum laude. Abby L. Puckett, cum laude. Luke Matthew Kevin Parkhurst, summa cum laude. Christopher Pasto, magna cum laude. Sasha Carmen Petricki, cum laude. Rindell Pierre Canel, cum laude. A.J. Potvin. Stephanie Louise Priest, magna cum laude. Joshua David Rigo, cum laude. Renee Lynn Reed, summa cum laude. Patrick Davis Rimmer. Kyle Henry Roach, magna cum laude. Derek A. Robbie, magna cum laude. Zane Robidoux. William Thomas Robinson, magna cum laude. Samantha Elizabeth Bump Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Sonia Elizabeth Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Brittany Marie Ruley, cum laude. Hannah Noel Runge, magna cum laude. Colin Lawson Russell. Elizabeth Marie Saucier. Megan Eileen Schaefer, magna cum laude. Brian Richard Chiave, magna cum laude. Taylor Alexis Schmidt, magna cum laude. Jennifer Shraver, cum laude. Connor J. Sheehy, cum laude. Brendan P. Sherba. Alexandra Rose Smith. Erin Marie Smith, magna cum laude. Cassidy Eileen Sorensen, cum laude. Daniel Spicer, cum laude. Hannah Sage St. Jean, magna cum laude. Jenny Lynn Stillman. Christopher Glenn Strange. Kevin David Strout, magna cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Sweeney. Kaylee Taylor. Cece Telfer. Gemma Louise Thacker, magna cum laude. Nalina Valedon, cum laude. Raju J. Vaswani, cum laude. Daniel P. Vermitsky. Jillian Catherine Vieira. Matthew D. Vilmi, cum laude. Christopher T. Viola. Connor Anthony Waxman. Don Lawrence Walker. Liam Rice Watt. Rebecca Elizabeth Whalen, magna cum laude. Anna Elizabeth Wilbert. Ranika Denise Wilcox. Megan H. Williams. Neil Young. Yajing Zhang, magna cum laude.
The candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree will please rise. President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
The names of the graduates will be read by Professor of English, Donna Decker.
Colleen E. Ahern. Hannah Jane Anderson, summa cum laude. Catherine D. Arvanitis. Blake A. Babineau. Melissa Rose Bailey, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Barnard. Caitlin Dorothy Rose Bedoin. Margaret Jean Bell, magna cum laude. Harrison Allen Birkland. Lucas Wayne Bernhardt. John Michael Blake, magna cum laude. Samantha Jean Bonvino, magna cum laude. Nicholas Boyden, cum laude. Rebecca Victoria Antoinette Brand, summa cum laude. Alexandra Nicole Brolsma. Colleen Megan Brown. Allison Birchfield, magna cum laude. Mitchell B. Chapman. James Vincent Colarusso, cum laude. Casey Cook, magna cum laude. Ian Arthur Corey, summa cum laude. Jacqueline Marie Cortez. Ryan William Covell. Sarah Morgan Crispell, cum laude. Alexia Maria da Silva. Kaylin Laura da Silva. Mary Amanda Decker. Timothy Stephen Delano. Sean Patrick D'Elia, cum laude. Jock Edward Damaris. Brandon C. Desmond. Amy Elizabeth Driscoll, magna cum laude. Erica Ann Durazo, magna cum laude. Drew Vincente Eklund, summa cum laude. Sean F. Ellertson. Zachary John Face. Sarah Diane Flynn, cum laude. Emma Irene Gagnon, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Juno Gleeman. Amanda Grace Holland, summa cum laude. Julia Lynn Irving, magna cum laude. Keenan Brian Keeley, magna cum laude. James Noah Kozlowski. Macklin Austin Lang, cum laude. Aaron Gordon Lassau, cum laude. Joseph A. Lehman. Corey Jordan Lopez, cum laude. Austin Montgomery Lowry. Jessica Ora Marcure, magna cum laude. Samantha Alexis Marshall, magna cum laude. Rosalind Martin. John Louis Massaro. Thomas McGuckin, cum laude. Alexander James McKay. Julia Lauren Miller, magna cum laude. Christopher Luke Morales. Jordan Tearanga Moss, summa cum laude. Jordan Moss will receive her degree from her mother, Dawn Broussard, Associate Director of Human Resources. Peter Cornelius Murray, magna cum laude. Troy Paul Nicander, summa cum laude. Gabriel Allen Norwood, summa cum laude. Gabriel Philip Nutter. Megan K. O'Donoghue. Courtney Jean O'Keefe, magna cum laude. Brian Michael O'Reilly, cum laude.
Okay, little T. Little T.
Taji Owens. Erin Pangaroth. Damon Lawrence Perron. Alora Rose Philbrick, cum laude. Christopher James Pearson. Maria Quagliano. Emily Elizabeth Quinn. Patrick S. Rafferty, magna cum laude. Allison Rose Ramirez. Kaylee Tori Redard, magna cum laude. Sarah Barbara Richards, magna cum laude. Jace Leanne Ringwald. Jace Ringwald will receive her degree from her mother, Heather Ringwald, Assistant to the President, and magna cum laude. Timothy J. Rivet. Desmond Jace Romero. Haley A. Sabetta. Asante Christopher Natron Sandiford. Garrett Richard Sarney, magna cum laude. Rachel Ann Sayward. John C. Schweikert. Hannah Rose Shaver, cum laude. Ryan Patrick Sheehan. Logan D. Sherwood, cum laude. Alexandra M. Silverman. Jonathan Carlos Tejeda Spall. Kristen Elizabeth Spencer, cum laude. Derek Stevens. Melissa Stewart, magna cum laude. Dominic Sullivan Souza. Brianna P. Sweeney. Kendra M. Cipher, summa cum laude. Nina Marilyn Tavares. Luke Ronald Thresher, cum laude. Milana Tinati. Abby Nicole Tremblay. Nicolette Michelle Vuchak. Grace Elizabeth Walker. Luke Walski. Daniel David Warner. Blaine Matthew Washburn. Zachary Michael Wheeler. David Sean Wilcox, cum laude. Victoria Bryant Williams, magna cum laude. Deandra Ray Jean Wom, cum laude.
The candidates for the Associate of Arts degree will please rise. President Mooney, it is my privilege to present to you candidates who have successfully completed curricula offered by Franklin Pierce University and have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Franklin Pierce University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Associate of Arts with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
Amanda Jane Carter. Alexandra Ann Davison. Linda J. Nelson. Tina Marie Paquin.
Congratulations. Impressive. With great pride, as your president and as your fellow alum, it's my distinct honor to officially welcome you, class of 2018, into the Franklin Pierce University Alumni Association. Over 20,000 graduates of Franklin Pierce also enthusiastically welcome you as individuals and as a graduating class to this alumni network. We are forever connected to one another, and we are forever connected to Franklin Pierce, this special university, our alma mater. You are always welcome here. We will always want to know how you are. And as you take flight, Ravens, please draw from the attributes of our namesake. Be empathetic to the needs of others, be adaptable to change so it ultimately serves you well, enter into all that you do in the spirit of cooperation, and always, always retain a sense of play. I now ask that the graduates from the class of 2018 please stand and move your mortarboard tassels from the right side to the left. Please turn around and face your family and friends. Ladies and gentlemen, the Franklin Pierce University class of 2018. Thank you all for a wonderful ceremony. Thank you all for joining us today. Ex umbris ad lucem. Thank you.